Hello, everybody. Good morning. How is everyone this morning? I hope everybody is staying warm right now because there are many areas across the country that are very, very cold. Some of you where you are, it's snowing, it's below freezing. Here in Washington, it is 20 degrees right now, and it's been snowing on and off, so it's been very, very, very cold, something I'm not used to because, as you know, I just moved from California. Where did this snow come from? Where did this cold come from? I don't like it. The snow's really pretty to look at, just don't go outside. Anyway, so today I wanted to switch things up a little bit and react to a very, very excellent video put together by the channel called Knock Knock, It's Karma. Now, Knock Knock, It's Karma has done an excellent series on Chantal, highlighting every single one of the 7 deadly sins. And the video that Knock Knock put together last night is called The 7 Deadly Sins Series Finale, Envy. So anyone who watches Chantal, you know she embodies every single one of the 7 deadlies, but there's no greater sin that she's guilty of beyond envy. And envy is the worst with her. She's all about jealousy and envy. And this wonderful video that Knock Knock put together highlights all of Chantal showing that 7 deadly sin, envy. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see and hear everything clearly. And I do encourage everyone to go check out Knock Knock, It's Karma, and subscribe to their channel and give the video a like. I'm going to give a like right now because I haven't watched the whole video. The video is 2 hours and 34 minutes long. So Knock Knock was very thorough in gathering a bunch of stuff up. Just to show you guys something, you know, Chantal is over in Kuwait right now, and she keeps saying that she is a changed woman, that she is changing, she's becoming more mature, that she is a different person. I strongly disagree. I don't think she's changed at all. All she did was put on a different set of clothing and go to a different country. But the person she was in Canada is the same person she is in Kuwait. She's just dressing differently and she's got someone around her now, but the person is still exactly the same. And here is proof of that. So here is the community post that Foodie put up showing, is it French Fry Girl? I believe it's Frenchie, saying, literally the face of nightmares. OMG, no wonder you are so jealous. No money in the world can fix that horror movie special mug, LMAO. So this newly married woman, Foodie Beauty, who should be having the time of her life in Kuwait with her new husband and focusing on spending time with her new husband because she's got to come home to Canada in about a month. I would think any newly married person who's in a long distance relationship, the time that they have with their significant other, they would want to spend as much time as possible and they would not care about anything else going on YouTube. But that's all that Foodie has done, is pay attention to everybody and everything on YouTube and rage literally nonstop. So how does this picture of Frenchie relate to jealousy? Well, it goes back to that 7 deadly envy. Chantal is jealous of the money that Frenchie's making. I mean, she keeps mentioning in her live stream, she keeps talking about the number of channels that Frenchie has. And I don't think Chantal would care about the number of channels if Frenchie weren't making any money. But Frenchie's doing well, and rightfully so. She had her main channel. She made 1 or 2 other side channels, and she's also on Twitch. So this is proof that if you put the work in, you get the reward. And within a space of less than 2 years' time, Frenchie has done what Chantal should have done years ago. But Chantal kept passing up opportunities to make money, such as making merch. She could have made merch a long time ago and made a ton of money, but she never did. And she could have branched out and had other channels and other forms to make money. But again, she never did. She would just set up the forms, set up the memberships, then not do content. And so right now she's so hurting for money that she's done something she's never done. She's offering a lower membership price just to try to get people to join up as members. And she's also doing open chat, which is something Foodie hates to do, but she does it only when she needs money. So Chantal is clearly jealous of the income that Frenchie is making, to the point where she just keeps going after Frenchie. She's not going after the smaller reaction channels. She's always going after the bigger channels that are making more money than her. But if Chantal put the work in, she could make enough money, but she's not willing to work, so you don't get the reward. But let's go back over here to the video put together by Knock Knock It's Karma. And once again, I encourage everybody to sub up to Knock Knock It's Karma. Give them a like, give them a comment, because compilation videos like this do put, it takes time to put them together, a lot of thought to create a video storyboard of sorts. And there's so much Chantal content, it takes a long time to go through everything. So let's just go ahead and play the video and I'll react to it. Let's do this. Oh, I got to turn down the music, sorry. So there's Chantal with the love of her life. Sala is not the love of her life. Nader will always be her true love. Nader will always be her true love. Even with Sala by her side, she just can't help but react to Nader, to go into his chat. If you were truly in love with your husband, Foodie, you wouldn't care about Nader and what's going on with him, but you very much care. And that's because you just can't let go. Oh, more music. And I must say, and it pains me to say this, but it just has to be said, I've noticed that Chantal looks happier here when she was with Nader than she's ever looked with Sala. Okay, so I know I don't want to play this part of the video. Chantal has compared herself to Veruca of the Chocolate Factory, the spoiled girl. And there's Veruca acting spoiled. This is so Chantal.
Face mad at me. Because apparently I accidentally showed his face on like video, and he really didn't want me to, and I didn't mean to do it.
Yes, you did. Chantal, I remembered when you did it. You got on the phone with him and you showed your phone to their camera. You're so, Lord, help me. You are so desperate to be claimed by someone. And in reverse, you also want to put the claim on the other person to the point where you will show their name on your phone to everybody. So it's not just about you claiming someone, it's about you also putting the claim on that person, like, this one's mine. I'm claiming him. I'm putting the flag down. It's mine.
And I think he's just realizing.
And you know what? Some things just never change. Y'all notice that Chantal's doing the same behavior these days. It's not just about her wanting Sala to claim her. She's also trying to claim Sala by taking his last name. So she's not just content with a man claiming her and coming on video with her and wearing rings. She's putting a claim on Sala by taking his last name. That's another way for her to say, this one's mine. He belongs to me.
All you saw was chin? Well, I took the video down anyway. I didn't think I showed his face. I think he's just like annoyed probably with everything I've shared with everybody, like in detail.
And why did she share so much detail? I don't think it's just about her needing content. Again, it's about her possessing someone. By sharing all the details, by showing Natter, by showing everything about him, she's laying claim to him.
He was really mad. Like he hung up on me. Anyway,
And I agree with that. People's privacy are boundaries that should always be respected. But Chantal's never been a respectful person. And she doesn't care if people get doxxed, if their families get doxxed, if their friends get doxxed, maybe even their children. It's about what she wants and what's okay with her.
anyways, I guess I just want. I shouldn't talk about. I shouldn't talk about people. He's dating a celebrity. Like, duh. Don't you know that?
Oh Lord, calling yourself a celebrity? What? Wait, what? Huh? You're a celebrity. Then how come when you walk outside your door when you're back home in Canada, you're not getting mobbed by the press? Like cameras flashing, reporters you chasing you down the street. That is a celebrity. You're a celebrity when anywhere you go in the world, people know your name. Your pictures are everywhere. And you've got press literally camping out just to catch a glimpse of you just for one single picture. You're not a celebrity, Foodie.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to share the information ever again. No, people. A lot of people message him like all the time and harass him. Like he's not really happy about that.
And I think she did that on purpose, throwing him into her mess because she wanted to trap him with her. Again, that's another way for her to keep the man with her is involve him in my mess so that he can't go anywhere else.
So it's my fault because I accidentally showed his name on camera. So not everybody wants their life broadcast. So I get that.
Now, do you? No, you don't. Yep.
I get that. So Nick never messaged me, but Mr. Croatia did.
You know, can I just say something about the Nico thing? Y'all remember her talking about Nick? Personal opinion, I think that Nico was Natter. She comes up with all these different names to keep people confused, make them think that she's seeing different people, but it's always been Natter.
I keep ignoring him.
And why did she come up with these different names? Because Chantal is not content with being involved with one man. In her mind, if she's chased allegedly by different men or give the appearance that she's being chased by many different men, that means she's much more desirable. Oh, I'm so desirable. I've got like 5 different guys at a time chasing after me, talking to me. No, it doesn't mean you're desirable. It just means you're stupid.
I told him I was hanging out with somebody though, but I guess I'm doomed to be by myself. Nothing. I just feel. I guess I just learned my lesson.
No, you not really. The whole past year with all that crap with Natter, you know, she's a brat, is Chantal. She's a brat. And she is so headstrong. And she knew that Natter doesn't put up with that. But she wanted his attention. So she would act the brat and she would act up, and Natter would punish her. He would punish her with the things she hated the most. Like she always needs attention. She always wants his attention. She always wants to spend time around him. Natter would punish her by denying her attention, by denying her the personal time, because he knew that would get to her. And it did. It would make her go off, it would make her rage. So she was always getting in trouble with Natter by saying too much, by doing too much. He would punish her by denying her the time that she wanted with him. And he even figured out that if he starved her of attention and starved her of time with him, that would make her more desperate to the point where she would throw more money at him just to get time with him. So he learned that whole system of how to get more money out of Foodie Beauty by punishing her and denying her the time and the attention that she wanted.
I have to really watch what I say or share online with people. I'll be back later. Bye, guys. No! I have something I have to do, like for real. I'm not joking. So I just need you guys to understand. I can't bees, but I will make it up to you with a huge bee session. I won't forget you guys. I mean, I just feel
Also, by Natter denying her attention and time with him, that means by the time the punishment period is over, then when she comes back, she'll behave for at least a little bit.
so stupid that I shared so much. Like, what do I think this is? TV? Reality TV? I know, guys. I literally just said I'm staying home for the weekend. I am. It's just that stop looking at me like that, you little. It's just that I seriously have to do something.
Or someone.
When you can't be bothered to fully get ready, 'cause you're fucking lazy. Listen, guys, I know I said I'm gonna stay home. I know, blah, 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 blah. I'm stupid. I always say things. That's my problem. I didn't say I was done. No. I said. Anyways, I didn't even say I was going there. I have something I have to do. Liliana! You guys? Look at my hair. It's a hopeless cause. No, I'm not. I'm just letting you know that I'm very busy right this minute. I just have too many things to do in my life.
Like what?
Well, I'll be back later. Oh my god, my hair. You know what? I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say because you know what you're about to do and you know how people feel about it. And you know what, Foodie? All of the aggravation of dealing with people with their questions and where you going and all this stuff, you could have avoided that long ago just by having a private life. But you share too much. You've always shared too much because you just have to expose everything to everybody. And then when they ask questions after you've shared, then you get mad. You're like, oh, you guys are being invasive. You don't mind sharing as long as you don't get opposing opinions and feelings later for it. When you do, that's when you get mad.
Like, I just feel like I'm getting a lot of shit from everywhere.
Your fault.
And I don't really understand what I'm doing wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And all this goes back to you coming online and you sharing about how abusive he was to you. You shared that in detail over and over and over again. Had you come online and said, he's a nice guy and we're just seeing each other, you wouldn't have had to sneak around and you wouldn't have had to lie and you wouldn't be getting crap from people. But you started that ball rolling by painting this awful picture of Natter to everybody. And then everybody, that's the impression that we got. That's the impression you gave us with the things you said. You started that ball rolling. Had he been a nice guy and you said he was a nice guy, I'm just going to go see him, you wouldn't have had to lie about him. And I'm not saying I'm a fan of Natter. Trust me, I'm not. He's a scumbag. He's a grifter. He's a scammer. He's a manipulator. But so is Foodie. They're both equally rotten and putrid.
Other than being completely confusing and changing my mind and not doing what I'm supposed to do and stuff. That I understand. It's frustrating. I get that. Look at my hair. Something to hope. Welcome. Very important beach. Just leave me alone. Please.
Yeah, exactly. We only know the information that you give us. You give us this information in your live streams. We know what we know because of you. And we got the impression that we have because of you also.
Clean my room. I need to clean my room like a teenager because I'm so messy and irresponsible. It's not what you think. Well, I mean, I'm not ditching you for that. No. Look at my hair. It's so messy. 250. A large has 500 calories. Rebecca Riley, welcome to Very Important Teasers. Ready, set, be. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I'm not, I wasn't born yesterday. Okay, I know what men are like. So, I'm not blind. Is all I can say. I put my lingerie in here. I'm just having fun, guys. Seriously. Oh, yeah, baby.
You know what? That's something I always hated. Her calling him Dom. I so hated that. Her calling Natter Dom. He's not a Dom. He's just an asshole. He's a grifting, manipulating jerk. He was never, ever a Dom.
I'm not going to talk about anything with this person because I want to respect someone's privacy, even though
it's too late. You've already violated his privacy. So now all of a sudden you want to respect it after you've exposed everything? You can't do that.
It's the last thing I did. I didn't respect anyone's privacy.
What is that?
He can do what he wants. I'm not going to be that type of person. And I can do what I want. Right?
Her respecting somebody's privacy has to do with her mood and if she is mad at you or not. As long as you're good with her, she'll respect your privacy. But the moment you make her mad, then all bets are off.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. You people, I swear. I'm just joking. We don't believe you. But what? I don't care. What don't you believe me about? Who's we? We is a collective term, which means none of you are thinking for yourself. I know people just want to create drama and like, well, we're gonna message Chantal's boyfriend and blah blah blah. I'm not going to pay attention to you. I don't care. Do what you got to do.
She does care. Jealousy governs her. It always has. But she has a plan to make sure no one wants him. Yeah, this part coming up, y'all pay attention to this.
Ever worry that you were helping?
That before we get started, I remember when this happened, when she did this live stream, and I heard her say this. And the moment she said it, I knew exactly what she was going to do. Exactly. I knew after she said it, I'm like, uh-huh, because of his criminal past. If he dares to try to wiggle away from Chantal, she was going to use his criminal past against him as a way to blackmail him to stay with her. Because Chantal is not that person that she will just let you go, especially if you're someone and she spent a great deal of time with you and a great deal of money on you. No, once she does that, she feels that she owns you. You are now a possession.
Helping set him up financially, and that one day he will give you the boot and give everything you deserve to someone else. I think about that every day, actually.
So, for those who did not hear, because she's talking very monotone, somebody in the chat asked her, have you ever thought about Natter going with somebody else and leaving you? And she just said, I think about that all the time. Now, pay attention to what she says next.
But if that happens, I have a plan.
If that happens, I have a plan. So she's already thought about it. She's already thought about her sugar baby going with somebody else. She already has a plan. And she gives that evil smile. What is the plan, Chantal? How are you going to stop a man from leaving you? Or saying, hey, I don't want to see you anymore. What is the plan?
I'm not as stupid as you think. Trust.
Yep. So even all the way back, before she went to the and filed a police report on him, she already had it in her mind that if he tried to leave her, that she was going to make trouble. And she did.
Savage, don't hate me. I have to go get my charger.
So you're going to go all the way to, you're going to drive all the way to his house for a charger when you can go to a Target and get a charger for like $5. Okay. Oh, an important point here by Knock Knock. This is something I've always said. This is why she just needs to get in the house. This is why she leaves things at other people's homes. She feels it gives her a right to be there. It also gives her an open door that if she ever wants to talk to that person, that she can just call them up. I mean, she did the same thing to BB. When she and BB broke up, she purposely left a lot of her stuff over at BB's house, and she left it over there for over a year just so she can contact BB whenever she wanted. She had no intention of just leaving BB alone. She kept an open door so that she could always bother him whenever she wanted to bother him.
There's nothing wrong with his looks. His like people are making fun of his teeth not being straight. You know what? Who cares? I think it's part of his charm. Teeth can be fixed exactly. No one's perfect. Look at me. I have fats. I mean, show me a perfect person. Seriously, especially the people making fun of other people's looks. Is all I'm gonna say. I like to talk about itching my crotch. Okay.
What?
Welcome to Very Important Beezers. Gone. Live streaming when your Grams is sick in the other room. What are you talking about?
What are they talking about? Let me refresh your memory, Chantal. When you went to your, I believe it was your uncle's house, and Grams was still alive and she was there, and you were so busy on your stupid phone with your face in your phone that your grandmother was in the other room moaning in pain and you couldn't be bothered to pay attention. That's what they mean. Her grandmother was passing, but she was too busy consumed with her lust and envy for Natter. Right, that's all she could think about was Natter.
How far up your ass did you have to reach for that one, Rebecca? How far up?
Not far, because it happened. Your grandmother was dying in hospice. You couldn't be bothered to see her, and when you went to go see her, you actually used your dying grandmother for content. You took a picture and posted it when you should have taken that picture and just kept it privately, respectfully, but you didn't. You ran all the way to hospice just to take a picture of your grandmother for what, brownie points? With your VIBs? Oh, look, I'm a caring granddaughter. No, you're not. Because you never went to go see her. You were too busy with Natter.
Did you give yourself a colonoscopy? I bullied my younger sister? Says who?
You did, though. She admitted in a now deleted video she bullied her baby sister out of jealousy. Yes, she did, because Chantal's sister is somewhat normal. She's normal. From what I understand, the baby sister lives healthy. She was, what I think she was competing in bodybuilding or fitness competitions. So she's always bullied her baby sister. I even heard a story about her putting her baby sister in a clothes dryer and turning it on. In fact, if I'm also recalling that was one of the reasons why Chantal went to a group home, because she was bullying her baby sister too much. So there are people saying that when she was in high school, she was a bully in high school and she bullied her baby sister. It just seems like she's been a bully her whole life. And she hasn't stopped yet, because look, 38 years old and still doing this crap out of envy. This is from the farms. Chantal has bragged about mistreating her sister in the past when they were kids. Chantal was old enough to be accountable, letting the world know that little sis has some sort of a disability. She says that her sister has a disability, but I've heard that that's not true. And is also telling the world that she abused a disabled kid. So that's something to be proud of, Chantal. You were abusing somebody who was disabled. How disgusting are you? I don't know what she thought that comment would accomplish. It didn't reflect poorly on her sister. It certainly does change the fact that her sister is far more attractive and has a better personality. Oh, and it left. It went further than that.
And when? What?
She was 11 when her sister was born. She was more than old enough to know better. Yes.
I bullied my sister? That's why we're so close?
Chantal, you're not close to any of your family. I'm sure your family is very embarrassed by everything you've done online. They want nothing to do with you. They're very standoffish to you for a reason.
Oh, you mean sibling fights when you're younger?
Went beyond that. Chantal said she was jealous when her sister was born because she took up most of her mom's time and she liked all the attention. Boy, that sounds familiar. Seems like nothing has changed. Chantal still needs all of the attention. That's why she likes YouTube so much. She gets all of the attention on her channel. So when her mother was in the other room, Chantal, what? Chantal would squeeze her baby sister's nose shut until she screamed and gasped for air. And then when her mother came in the room and asked what was wrong, she would say she didn't know. That lasted into her teens when she would make an example of her sister and bullied her in front of her friends when she had them over. So because Chantal's sister was young, and of course, because she's young, she needs a bit more attention and more supervision, Chantal was envious over that. Oh, got to cut off the sound. She even drove her mother's boyfriends away out of jealousy. So this woman, Chantal, just seems to have a history even before YouTube of jealousy, envy, going after her own sister out of jealousy, a young child. She didn't even want her mom to have a boyfriend. She wanted all of the attention, all of it.
What was that? 1995? I said in the, like, recently. And I didn't bully my sister.
Yes, you did. Look at her looking. There's a tell with Chantal. When she lies, she always looks to the side.
See what I mean? People have to reach and they bring up the same things from like fucking 20 years ago. Keep trying.
Chantal has been a bully since a child, even admitting to bullying what? Even admitting to bullying the special needs kids her mother worked with because Chantal was jealous they were taking up all of her mom's time. Okay, let's see. Sister, mother, and Grams. Chantal's much younger sister, Nat, who she bullied in childhood, is a hobby power lifter who lives with her boyfriend. Nat is a normal woman in a good shape and very physically attractive compared to Chantal. Chantal often claims his sister has a disability and belittles her for it, but no evidence has emerged of this being the case. And many speculate Chantal is simply envious and resentful. Yeah, and the mom's dog Buster does hate Chantal. That's because animals can pick up on bad people. And there's a picture of Buster. Buster can't stand Chantal. Good doggy. You know what's up.
That's what you use to say that I'm a bad person? I used to fucking argue with my sister?
No, what you did could be considered borderline assault. Yep.
And how do you know? Were you in my life? Are you going to believe some idiot who's mad at me? Probably a friend who's a psycho. People are crazy. Fucking crazy. Nobody's obligated to be the person. People change. Nobody has to be persecuted their whole fucking life for mistakes they made 25 years ago.
Well, you were a bully then and you're a bully now. So tell me again about change, Chantal. Tell me again about change, that you've changed, that you're a better person. You went thousands of miles over to Kuwait to start a new life with your supposed husband, which you're going to have to leave in about a month to come home. Tell me again you've changed when you're doing this crap right here. And this isn't the first time. You're notorious for like using your community post, for using your channel to bully people. You haven't changed. You were a bully when you were young and you're a bully now. Nothing has changed except for the fact that you've got an open public forum now to do your bullying. Oh, there we go. Mistakes repeated are behaviors. Yes.
All right? Nobody cares. And if you do care about what I did in 1995, you have a more sad and pathetic life than I do, and you just proved it again. So,
Yeah, whenever Chantal thinks she's done something or she's got a gotcha moment, she's got that thank you when she gives that smarmy smile. It's sickening. When she thinks she's done something, when she thinks she's got a gotcha, oh God, I got you moment, she does that. Thank you. A toxic person tries to rewrite their abusive narrative with lies, smear campaigns, and manipulation. That's Chantal all day, every day.
right, BBJ? Ow! All right, I'm gonna go get laid. I'm just joking. Sometimes I like saying things just to.
You know, Chantal, I'm going to say something to you. You're not going to like hearing it, but it is the truth. If you people who announce that they're having sex are the ones who aren't having sex. Because those of us that are having it, we don't feel the need to announce it. You only announce it when it's something you don't have. Okay?
To piss people off. Because why not? I wish he knew how much we enjoyed the magic tricks. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make sure he knows. Like, why are people even meddling with this in the first place? This is just somebody I'm seeing.
This is just somebody I'm seeing.
We're gonna message Chantal's boyfriend and blah blah blah. This is just somebody I'm seeing. Like, why are people going flipping out, doxing everybody on Twitter? Like, what? I don't understand what the commotion's all about. Okay, so I like somebody. Why are you even trying? Why would you even try to, like? I don't understand what kind of crazy people are out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I had plans with him today, kind of like I made plans with him like to come over, and then he calls me like around 4 or something. Oh, one of my really good friends is coming down from like Montreal, and he's staying at his cousin's for 3 days, and he wants to take me out. We want to go out. Like, I want to see him. So I'm just like, okay, what about me?
Exactly. What about me? Who cares what you want to do? Who cares if you want to spend time with other people? It's about me. You should consider how I feel, what I want. I want your attention. How dare you give it to another person? How dare you have a life of your own where you want to spend time away from me and do different things? You know, Chantal, your attitude, this is why guys don't take you out and make you a part of things, because you would make it all about you. And I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure he knew that then. Let's just say he did take you out with the friends. You would be that female that would be like the wet blanket to everything. You wouldn't just go with it and enjoy everybody's company. You'd be all about, what about me? I'm not getting attention. Let's go home now so I can get attention.
And I feel selfish. It's not just that. It's just like, it sounds like an excuse to me. It sounds like an excuse, like it's COVID.
Turns out it was an excuse. Nads caught the vibe, got wigged out, and hit at the neighbors. That's a bad sign. When you're seeing a female and you're hiding over at the neighbor's house because you're avoiding that female, that's when it's time to cut it off. But how sad is that she gets so possessive and so give me attention to the point where any man that gets near she suffocates them to the point where they have to hide from her.
He never called me back. That was at like 6. He was supposed to be picked up at 6 with his.
And when she feels like she's lost control and she doesn't have power, she goes manic. She acts manically because she wants to get that power and control back. She just doesn't see somebody wanting their personal time. It's just them wanting personal time. For her, it's like, oh my God, I don't have control over this. I don't know who they're talking to. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not a part of it. So she just gets spun in her head.
His friends never called me back to confirm anything. I've texted him over and over. I've called him like 20.
See that? Chantal, you're stupid. You want a man to endear you. You want a man to spend time around you. But when you become too suffocating and you start blowing up his phone, all that's going to do is make him avoid you more because you're acting insane. You know, you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing. The correct way to handle it would be like, okay, he's spending time with friends. Hey, so and so, have a good time. I'll talk to you tomorrow. That's how you handle it. If they're spending time with the friends, you do your own thing at home or whatever. It's just that simple. But no, you're all about what's he doing? Who's he talking to? I'm not there. He might be cheating on me. And you just get spun in your head. You know, you just start thinking of all the worst possibilities and you blow up the phone more and he won't answer the phone more.
20 times.
Imagine respectfully changing your plans with someone and this is how you get treated. Right. And she wonders why, even to this day, in order for a man to be with her, she has to trap him with her versus the man wanting to just be with her. They don't want to be with her because they're not going to enjoy their time around her. So therefore, she has to resort to trapping and blackmail and rages. Imagine the roles reversed, and this was a man doing this to a female. Would it be acceptable? No. Just like it wouldn't be acceptable if the roles were reversed. If, let's just say, Natter were to go manic and drive to Foodie's house and check the doorknob and try to get in. And that's what Foodie did to Natter. She drove to his house in a jealous rage and was peeping in the windows and practically doing a B&E.
I'm done. I'm like, you can't even respect me enough to think of me. Like, you're not thinking of me if you're not thinking of me to call me back.
She has unattainable expectations. She wants him to think of her and only her and be consumed with her the way she's consumed with him. Not everybody has obsessive thinking, Chantal. You know, everybody's allowed to have a life. A healthy relationship is when you have your life, your partner, they have their life, they have their friends, they got their personal time, so do you. And the two of you have your separate lives, and then you come together and you got something to talk about at the end of the day. That's healthy. To sit down with each other, and because the two of you have been apart, you can say, hey, guess what happened to me today? And you tell them all about it. And you tell them what you did, and you tell them all about it. And it makes for interesting conversation versus being next to somebody all the time and there's nothing to talk about because you each know what each other did.
Like, what could be the reason you can't even answer your phone in front of your friend?
You know, and I think the reason why Chantal was just so crazy when it came to he's cheating on me, he's talking to other women, has to do with her. It has to do with her past because she is a cheater, because she's lied to people. So she's constantly afraid of people doing to her what she's already done to others. She was with Pete's for 5 years. She cheated on Pete's with several men. including BB. She found BB and she wasn't faithful to BB. She cheated on BB. So she is a serial cheater. She is afraid of people doing to her what she's done to other people. And she just doesn't want that to happen. But you know what, Chantal? This obsessive, controlling behavior, this is what puts men off. This is what makes them say, I'm out of here. It's too much. I can't deal with it.
Be like, either you don't want him to know about me, either you're full of shit and you're a fucking liar and you're not with him, or, you know what I mean? I spent every single day with him.
Right. So let me get this straight, Chantal. You spent several days or whatever with Natter. He gave you time with him. And then he wants to step away for just one day. One. To spend time with his guy friends, and you can't handle it.
You know? I feel like he doesn't really want to, like, want to see me.
You know, I think one of the reasons why she became obsessive with Natter and spending time with Natter, it wasn't just to prevent him from talking to other women or fears of cheating. It's because when she was with Natter, it gave her life a little bit of purpose, gave her something to do. Because away from Natter, she doesn't know what to do with herself. She has no life. She was just sitting in her room, eating, doing nothing, being bored. She was obsessed with Natter spending time with her because she did not know how to spend time with herself.
Me as much as I want to see him. I won't, Cat Queen. I broke it off in a text message. But I don't know.
So there's Chantal saying, I broke it off. Notice every single guy that Chantal has talked about, Mr. Coffee Guy, Moto Guy, blah, blah, blah. Notice she was always the one to break it off because Chantal has to look like the victor. It's not that the guys broke it off, didn't want to talk to her if they even existed. Chantal has always been the one that she's got to paint herself the victor. Like, oh, I did it. I broke it off. I'm at the top of the mountain. It was my decision, not theirs. Because she doesn't want to look like she's been rejected or that she's in the wrong. Or maybe they broke it off because there's something wrong with her. She has to make it seem like there's something wrong with them.
He had a good explanation, maybe. I don't know.
Yep, temper tantrums. If you don't see me, I'm going to break up with you. Well, fine, break up with me then.
To me, there's just no excuse why you can't even call me. Alright, so I titled this Snake Charmer because this man is like a snake charmer. Alright, so basically, I am the biggest arsehole on the planet. I'm the biggest crazy freak. When I think of how I behaved yesterday, like, I don't even feel like myself. Like, so it was him. Hi, Jessica. And I'm like, hello. I answer it. And he's like, I was like, where were you? Right away. He's like, what's all these messages? What's all these phone calls? I don't know.
You know, Natter, she gave you a taste of who she was, and you should have run then. But you didn't run because you were there for the money. Let's tell the truth. You were there for the money. You were just trying to find a way to handle that big, oversized pile of dynamite.
I don't know if anyone will believe this. I sort of believe him just because of how things went down with his phone. Like, he said he left his phone at home. He left his phone at home. I don't remember if he said he forgot his phone or he left his phone at home, but
I don't believe that. I don't think he accidentally left his phone at home. I think she started blowing up his phone and leaving messages, and he decided to leave the phone at home to avoid her.
It makes sense because when I tried him from the different number, The unknown number, he didn't answer. It was the same thing. I called him so many times like a crazy woman that I actually killed his phone. Like at one point before I fell asleep, his phone started going straight to voicemail. And which means like it sounded to me like it died. And then it makes sense to me because when he called me, he said, "I come home, my phone is like dead." But that sounds like such a bad excuse, right? He's like, "I come home, my phone is dead," which makes sense with the why all of a sudden went right to voicemail near the end of the night. All night it was ringing, 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 ringing nonstop. Like if he was really annoyed, he probably would have just like, um, he said he was like with his guy friends, like his friends from like Egypt or whatever, that came to see him. He was there. They were playing cards and stuff, and he loves playing cards. I don't know. I don't know. I'll never know if it's really true or not, right? So I have to make a decision what to believe. Started talking to me like he does, and then I was just like, oh.
Yeah, because he knows how to talk to you. Like I said, he was trying to find a way to manage you, a big explosive pile of dynamite, just like work his way around the TNT to get the money out of your pocket. He knew what to say to you.
Like, you need to come here right now, like come over. And then he's like, okay, thanks. But then that's it. Like I called him like 8 times. No answer. So unless he was out all night and sleeping all day, or I don't know. But he doesn't, like, I've only known him, what, 2 months? So maybe we are just, I don't know. He always has an answer for everything. He explains it. And like, am I to believe? Like, what do I do? And I tell myself, like I said, I can't get involved with somebody like that because you know why? I'm not getting the love and attention I need. I'm not.
You need too much. You need too much. You've always needed too much. You expect someone to just not have a life, not work, just be there 24/7 for you. But here's the irony to that, Chantal. You have that. You had it in Pete's. I remember when the two of you moved in together, Pete's had a job, he was making money, and right off the bat, you were trying to suck him into your YouTube thing, saying, quit your job and do YouTube with me. And for a long time, he resisted. And the more he resisted, the more you kept after him. And then he lost his job and he was home 24/7. And you just lost interest because the challenge was over. The moment that Pete's was no longer a challenge, you lost interest. So it's kind of a catch-22. You want a guy completely under your thumb, but once you get it, you lose interest. You want something that challenges you. And there are plenty of things in life that can challenge you in a good way, but you look at men as a challenge, and once you conquer one, you move on to the next one.
I'm not his girlfriend and I'm acting crazy. That's why, like, I'm embarrassed to admit, like.
Yeah, it's envy for lust and for power and control. She's always wanted control over Natter. She spent over a year and thousands of dollars trying to get control, and she never got it. And the more she tried and the more she failed, the more angry it made her.
I have feelings a little bit. I don't know if it's for him because it's not really.
It also has to do with that super huge, out of control ego that you think your money buys everyone and everything, and it doesn't. You can't own people. People have their own free will. And you want to circumvent somebody's free will when it comes to getting your way. You're so spoiled and entitled that your ego just cannot accept that not everyone and everything belongs to you or is meant to belong to you.
I type and eating cheeseburger, we live in kid, but we just wish.
I just feel like I did so much for this person.
Oh, here we go. Here we go with everything I did for him. Everything I did for Natter. See, there you go. Chantal's not that person that she does things for people out of the goodness of her heart or kindness. It's about, I do something for you, therefore, after I'm done, you owe me. You owe me.
I was so nice. I was so nice. He kept saying, you're too nice. You're too nice to me. Is that a bad thing? Fuck. Jesus.
You're not nice. You're nice with a purpose. There's something behind your nice. And what's behind the nice is not nice. You've never been a nice person, Chantal. You've never been a generous person, just doing things out of kindness or love or compassion. There's always a purpose that relates to what you want.
Yes. You're too nice. Oh, sorry. Let me treat you like shit. See how you like it. Oh. I think Nadia could kick his ass. Alright, I'm gonna go to his house, drop the stuff, come back. Maybe I can get another Slurpee somewhere else.
And this is how she was behaving with Natter. And Natter lives in the same country that she does. Like getting angry, getting mad, getting upset because she's not getting attention. How in the world is she going to handle when she comes home to Canada and Salah is still in Kuwait? How is she going to handle that? She can't do this behavior. She can't just jump in a car and go to Salah's house. No, she can't do that. How is this obsessive, jealous, power-hungry, narcissistic woman going to deal with being away from Salah? She's not going to handle it well, I promise you.
And then I'm going to find me a revenge sex. Why am I doing this right now?
You're an idiot. You're mad and throwing your tantrum to get your way. Revenge, the upper hand, power and control. Only your wants matter. Exactly.
Because I don't want to talk to him anymore. I don't want to have a reason to go back there when he's there. I don't want to have a reason. Like, I just want to get him out of my fucking life. Like, what do you think the excuse is going to be? Oh, that's your fault. You talk about me. You shouldn't be putting this public. Gonna try to turn it around on me, like fucking narcissist dude. This guy is a pig. You know that?
It's none of your business, and it's not your business to share. This is disrespectful to Natter and his ex, who I'm sure doesn't appreciate you putting her online. Right? She talked about his ex, and she has nothing to do with this ex of his. But this is wrathful, Chantal. Like she's abusing her public platform for the sake of wrath and control and manipulation.
And I bet you any money the reason for him breaking up with, he's like, I broke up with her, my ex, because she didn't like sex enough. Oh yeah, I believe that. I'm so mad I could kick someone's ass. Like, honestly, just looking at those DMs made me sick. Like, it made me want to puke everywhere. It made me so angry. Like I was, like, it stung, like as if he slapped me in the face physically. It was like, you can't tell anybody, like, can I sleep over? Yes. Yeah? Really? When I'm there?
Girls like her weaponize anything they can. Their presence is one of them. This is a way of controlling who Natter is around so he can't get close to another girl. She did the same thing with Christian. Yep.
Stupid fuck. Oh my god, I hate him so much. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I seriously hate him right now for doing that to me. Like, after everything. Oh my god, you piece of shit. What a liar. And now I believe he was trying to get rid of me the other day. For the first time that happened, I was like, you're gonna get rid of me?
That's a cue. You've overstayed your welcome, and you shouldn't have had to make anyone leave your home. They should have leave when asked. This is an abuse of boundaries. Yep. And Chantal's all, I just have to get into his house. But when she gets into the house and she feels like she should be the only one to enter the house, nobody else. She's all about owning not just her space, but somebody else's space. And also their time. She looks at people as possessions.
He made an excuse that at first he was like, my mother is really sick. It was like 2 in the morning. It's like, my mother's really sick.
Like another example of Chantal, like basically just abusing boundaries. Y'all remember all those times she would go over to Natter's place? And before she went, she made sure to stock up on party favors, alcohol. She did that on purpose. She would purposely take the chemicals over there. 1, to gain entry into Club Natter. 2, so while she was there, she made sure to get herself so completely inebriated that he couldn't send her home. That was her way of staying extra time. Make sure to get so inebriated that he could not send her home safely.
Sick. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? He's like, she passed out. So first it's she's in a coma or something like that. And then he's like, they're gonna call me in a bit. And it's gonna be a long phone call. The whole family's gonna be around. I'm gonna be talking to my mom for a long time. I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I was like, wait, did I hear him correctly? You're gonna talk to your mom for a long time when she's in a coma? And then miraculously so what happened was, so I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be talking for a long time, so I don't know. I know you would probably prefer to sleep at home. And meanwhile, in the beginning, he never wanted me to leave. Like, I had to sneak out.
Jessica said she said all those times Natter wouldn't let her leave. He was hiding her against the will. No, Foodie was drunk.
I did one time, guys,
Foodie
just told her to go.
Foodie was drunk as hell or high as hell, and Natter wouldn't let her go.
I take her car key, I tell him.
Like, well, I'm like, he's like, it's gonna be a long time. Like, we talked for like 4 or 5 hours. So
He was, I don't even know Natter. I've never even spoken to Natter. Don't want to. And he's like, just listening to this right here, he was just trying to find every way in the world to tell her to leave, to get her to go home.
you're gonna be bored. I'm like, I'll sleep. So then he's like, and then he's probably thinking, oh shit, So then he's like, the time rolls around, never gets a call. Or no, and before that, and then he's like, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, I don't know what to say. I'm like, I can sleep here, or do you want, I'm like, do you want privacy or what?
She knew he wanted privacy. She also knew he was having a hard time telling her that, but she loves to see people squirm. This is why she picks the nice guys. They're easy to manipulate against themselves. This is abuse, right? She picks guys that they're not going to walk up to her and say, go home. They're going to be outright rude and blunt about it. She likes to pick guys that they've just maybe brought up with a little bit of manners and they just can't say, hey, get the F out of here. But with Chantal, that's practically what you have to do. You got to tell her, just get out of here. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Be tied down and have extra stress. But relationships shouldn't stress you out. And I don't respect myself enough. I don't. I know I don't. No, I don't go on his phone. It's not my boyfriend.
And sometimes she would just get online and talk about him, knowing that he was watching and that he would message her. So that's another one of her manipulation tactics. I'm going to get online, I'm going to talk about you and make you feel uncomfortable so that you'll contact me.
I'm so mad. I'm okay, Marissa.
And by people who are insane, like who just have these opinions that are so toxic, and they're just going to pass that down generation to generation to generation. Your whole family's watching. Oh, hi. I'm a sweet person. I'll be as sweet as pie tomorrow. Oh, you know it. You know I'm gonna manipulate the fuck out of you, and you're gonna eat it up, and you're gonna watch me.
Right there. That right there. That was the night that Chantal, the mask was off. And that drunk tongue was speaking sober thoughts. This was the night that she let it all hang out. And she spoke a lot of truth about who she was, how ugly she was inside. And that statement right there, I'm going to manipulate the F out of you, and then it come online tomorrow and you're going to eat it up. That was her ego being so cocky. And she was just telling people, like, this is how awful of a person I am, and you let me get away with it. You're all stupid. This was her talking to her own members and being smarmy about it.
I call him, want to come get my stuff. I'll be there in an hour or whatever. Are you by?
Yeah, let's talk about her wanting to get her stuff. How many times did she get on live stream and talk about her CPAP machine and her stuff? And yet when Nada was like, come on and come get your stuff, she didn't want the stuff. She didn't want it. She said many times over, I've got enough money. I can buy whatever. It wasn't about the stuff ever. It was about her just bothering him and trying to pressure him to see her.
By yourself. Like, you fucking lied to me. Like, why lie to me? To get me there? Like, what for? I go upstairs to the bathroom, I have to shit every time I get there. All her shit is on his counter. Her fucking wet wipes, makeup, everything, deodorant. All her shit's on the counter. Her overnight bag is in his room.
So she just wanted to go over there to snoop, to see like whose stuff was over there and how long are they staying there. She just wanted to snoop. That's why she wants to get into a guy's house and leave her stuff there, so she has the power to snoop on him and his life.
He comes upstairs, follows me upstairs, pins me against the wall, tries to kiss me. Yeah, so I don't kiss him. I'm like, why is her shit in your bathroom? You said she didn't sleep. He said she didn't sleep there. Oh, well, I don't know. She brought her stuff with her today. Like, she didn't sleep. And I said, is she sleeping over tonight? No, she's leaving, actually. She was waiting for you. I was being nice for her to meet you. I go downstairs. He goes to the bathroom. I ask her right out. So are you staying over tonight? Yeah, I'm going to leave tomorrow. Oh, how nice. If you're, don't even say he's not your boyfriend, because that's not what he fucking tells me behind the scenes, okay? Don't even say he's not your boyfriend, because that's not what he fucking tells me behind the scenes, okay?
Abusers like to use this. That's what they're not what they're told me. If that makes some public statement, that should be respected. Most times it's a silent cry from the victim, from people that rally around and support. Right, using her own audience as kind of her little support system, or soldiers in her own little private army, that if Nader did something to piss her off, they would go after him. Weaponizing her own audience.
So if your boyfriend, you go there and this woman's shit is on his counter, like, would you not be mad? Like, why did you want me over there for?
Maybe he was hoping that you seeing that another woman's stuff was on his counter, that would just be a silent way of saying, I'm done with you. I'm interested in somebody else, without actually coming right out and saying it, which he should have done to you, and he should have left you alone. You should have left him alone. But he was passing you hints, Foodie. He was passing you hints that he's not interested, not the way you want him to be.
I call him, want to come get my stuff. I'll be there in an hour or whatever. Are you by yourself? He says they didn't do anything, that they didn't sleep together. I don't know if I believe that. Like, Really? It's just so like. If the point is, he's a fucking hypocrite because he has such a problem with me living with peace. She's sleeping in his bed. I swear to God, if she sleeps in his bed, I'm so done. Anyways, like I can't be with somebody who's a fucking liar like that. Bump burritos, girl. He cannot make it any clearer. Doesn't care about you.
Or do you want? I'm like, you know, I can. Do you want privacy or what?
Smoked a joint and most of you guys just don't care. Okay, who do I have to block? Honestly, like I'm tired of people. They'll miss me. Just watch. I'm not talking about him anymore. You better not fucking call me tomorrow. You better not call me tomorrow and ask me for fuck all ever again in your life. I really want him to miss me. I want him to suffer like I suffer right now. Thinking.
There we go. She just said it. I want him to suffer. If you're not with me, if you're not together with me in a relationship, I'm going to make you suffer. And if you're with somebody, you're spending time with somebody, I'm going to make you both suffer. Y'all remember all those live streams that Foodie did when Dee Dee was over at Natter's place? Foodie took that point of view of, I don't care if she is over there. I'm going to make the time that the two of you spent together so unpleasant that she'll go home. That was her goal, to get Dee Dee to go home. And when Dee Dee was over there and would not go home, when all the rages didn't work, that's when she went to the cops. It wasn't about justice for any kind of physical or mental wrong. It was about, she was desperate to make Dee Dee go home and to get access to Natter again. And if you want my opinion, I think Dee Dee being over there, yes, I think Natter wanted to spend time with Dee Dee, but her staying over there as long as she did this time last year, it had more to do with just Natter not wanting to spend time with Chantal and not knowing any other way to block her from being there. He knew that having another woman over there, that she could not stay. She would have to go home. If he had been alone, Foodie would not have left him alone.
Of the fucking wet wipes.
I really want him to miss me. I want him to suffer like I suffer right now.
Yep, envy.
If you're watching, don't even think of calling me tomorrow. Don't even think of texting me. Don't even fucking think of, I don't even want to fucking hear your name. I don't want to see you. You can keep everything if we're not in a relationship. If I'm there most of the time, in his bed, planning a life together, and he's telling me we are in a relationship, then we are in a relationship, yeah.
Okay with it. You deserve it.
This is best now.
Alright, let's get back to beefing, guys, and hopefully...
Yeah, move.
Don't fucking push me.
Push it what?
You want to go there? You want to go there?
Go where? Say it.
Don't fucking push me. Don't.
You know, all of this stuff that happened with Natter and Chantal, all of this could have been avoided if Chantal had just been the boss bitch that she claims to be. Like, if him going out with his friends, okay, have a good time. I'm going to go out with my friends. And Natter could have avoided it just by avoiding her and not being so focused on taking her money. If he had stood up and been a man and taken care of himself and taken care of his bills and his rent and everything else, and not just, you know, like playing with dynamite just to get a little bit of money out of it, all this could have been avoided. All the drama could have been avoided.
Don't fucking push me.
Push it what?
You want to go there? You want to go there?
Go where?
You're seriously gonna lie like that?
So
Fine.
I want to ask you something too. When you call me, why you calling me only? Why you call me only when I'm in live
I'm gonna
stream?
go online and tell my whole truth because you're a fucking lying piece
Why
of
you
shit.
call me
You
only
know
in live
what?
stream? Why you call me only live stream?
Just wait.
That using her own channel is blackmail. I'm going to go online and just talk all this stuff about you. Blackmail. It's blackmail. Again, I am not a fan of Natter. Please nobody think that I am a fan of Natter. I am not. He's a scumbag and I wish he would get the hell off of YouTube. Seriously, he needs to go. But I'm talking about Chantal right now. Her using her form and her audience. She's done it many times over to harass and bully people and humiliate people. And in Natter's case, using her own audience to threaten him.
Until I go on a date with somebody, oh, I can't wait for you to
I'm
watch
really
it.
happy for you. I wish you find the fucking
Yeah,
perfect
fuck
one
off.
you even dream.
Fuck off, you're such
See?
a lying.
The room with the toys like 8 years old. Okay? Fuck me.
fucking over people who really actually love me and care about me for somebody who doesn't anymore. I'm not doing that. He honestly, he doesn't ask me for money. Like,
Narcissists love to trap you financially. Yes, true. Do not accept anything from a narcissist. So true. Because if a narcissist, if they put on a false face about being helpful, let me help you, they're not really helping you. They're setting you up in a position where you owe them, and they will forever beat you upside the head with owing them.
anything I've ever did for him was mostly like out of like, because I thought we were in a relationship. So when you're in a relationship, you share money and you fucking do things together.
You,
I don't sit in
Chantal,
my
buy
ass.
love.
I honestly did think I could buy him love. I
Boom! I honestly think I could buy his love. Well, you can't.
did think I could. Honestly, I'm not like. I was like, you know what? Like, if I keep throwing money at him, if I keep helping him, if I keep editing videos.
She just said it. She thought she could buy his love. She thought she could cement herself a place in his life by being mishelpful. That's why she did all the things that she did. It wasn't about being madly in love, Chantal. You were just being manipulative. You were being manipulative as hell. You know, he didn't have a job, doesn't have money. Here, let me help you. I'll give you money. I'll buy you things. In return, you got to spend all of your time with me. And here, let me set you up a YouTube channel. I'm not going to teach you how to do your own channel. I'm not going to teach you how to do your own editing and post videos and all that. I'll do that for you. Want to know why she wanted to do all that? Because he would always have need for her, and he would never be able to get rid of her. If she had taught him everything he needed to know, he wouldn't have need for her. But she always creates a sense of need. Chantal says she wants a guy to love her, but the actual truth is she wants a guy to need her, because if he needs her, he can't get rid of her. She's all about trapping a man to be with her, one way or the other.
I'm kind of selfish with my money. If I wasn't, it would probably be a lot more. Like, I paid for everything.
Boom. There we go. I paid for everything. You know why? Because you wanted to. Nobody forced you. You wanted to pay for everything. You wanted to. So that Natter would end up being one of your possessions.
Thousands of dollars. No, he's never bought me a single thing. Never. Because I will destroy him tonight. Ask him in his chat if he wants me to destroy him right now. Because I will. I will fucking end him. I mean it. I mean it. He doesn't want to mess with me, like, for real. He doesn't. Because I can destroy you the right way. With the law.
I didn't lie for revenge, but I exaggerated it. I did.
That part. That part. So all those live streams she did, where she talked about he was so abusive, he did this, he did that. Y'all, she just said, I exaggerated things. Can you imagine someone claiming DV, making everybody feel sympathetic for them, coming on camera talking about all kinds of abuse, and then coming on later and saying, I exaggerated things? Let me tell you something. If you've been abused, you don't need to exaggerate shit. The truth is all you need. That's it. It's all you need. If the abuse is real and it is the truth, that's all you need. You don't need to exaggerate anything. You exaggerate things when you're not telling the truth. And Chantal, I don't give a flip what anybody says. I don't care who supports you. I don't care for anyone coming forward and saying, you're a changed woman. You're not changed. You are still the same manipulative, lying, two-faced, double-talking monster you always were. Coming on camera, monetizing your own addictions, your own issues for the sake of profit. Monstrous. Coming on camera and making claims about deviant essay that aren't true. Beyond monstrous. I don't know what evil cesspool you were born from, but we need to cover that up with some dirt or something so nothing else comes out. You're a special kind of evil, vile, and depraved. That you will lie about things like that for the sake of getting back at a man.
He called me a bitch, and he threatened me. I heard him threaten me. And he's lost his mind. He's crazy. He's gone. Shut the fuck up! Shut your ugly fucking mouth up, bitch. Shut up.
See, all this, remember this? Y'all remember this? This was the night that her and Natter were going back and forth on their live streams. Little something for you, Chantal. Listen, leaning close now. Listen. You want a relationship with somebody, right? This whole thing with you and Natter, you've always done things publicly. If you ever want to be in a relationship, a real one, you keep your personal business offline. You don't involve an audience. You don't need an audience. When you have two people that are involved with each other, whether it's seeing each other or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife, you handle things privately. You don't need a fucking audience. We don't need to be involved. We don't want to be involved. And it's unfair to put us in the middle. But the two of you put us in the middle because you both were greedy fools, looking for views, looking for content, looking for money. So you involved us. And then when the public that you involve, they have their opinions and their feelings, suddenly you're offended. Suddenly you don't want them involved. Suddenly it's an invasion of privacy. It's invasive, you say. You can't exploit an audience to get the views and the money and then turn around and spit in their faces after you involve them. But if you want a relationship, you got to learn to keep your fucking mouth shut and not involve them where they don't want to be involved. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted this. You chose to expose it to us, though, so we have a right to say what we want about it.
Shut up or I'm driving there right the fuck now. I will drive there right the fuck now. Shut up. He's lost his mind. He's crazy. He's gone. Yeah, I am sick in the head, so. Yeah, I am sick in the head, so.
And if I'm just going to give my opinion here, Chantal has said that she's got an anger problem. She's never gone to therapy for it. She's never gotten counseling for her anger problem. But I think, my opinion, I think Chantal likes being mad because that's when she feels the most alive. Like when she's not angry, what does she feel? Nothing. She's got nothing going on in her life. She's got no passions, no interests, no hobbies, no life outside of her front door. So she got addicted to Natter because Natter made her feel something beyond boredom. When she was with Natter, it gave her something to do, someone to talk to, gave her life a little bit of purpose. But then away from Natter, she just doesn't know how to cope. And anger is an emotion that as some people are out in this world, they stay angry because they feel alive. That's how Chantal feels alive, by being mad.
Is she for real? Can somebody visibly tell me what I would be jealous about Dee for? Like, or not just even visibly, just in any way. In any way. What would I be jealous about Dee for?
I can answer that. I can answer that I mean, you're still angry at Dee Dee. You're still trying to get back at Dee Dee. Even married to Sala, you still went into Natter's chat and said, I can take him from you anytime I want. Why are you so concerned over somebody you're not with while you're with somebody? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But I can name one reason why you're envious of Dee Dee. It has nothing to do with her looks or her weight. It has to do with the fact that you, big idiot, that you paid thousands of dollars for Natter's time and company. You worked on the YouTube channel, and it's Dee Dee that he's living with. And she doesn't have to pay him thousands of dollars for him to hang out with her. She got free admission to Club Natter. You had to pay each and every time. That's why. Because you paid and you paid and you paid, and he still didn't want to hang out with you for free, even after a year. But Dee Dee got that immediately. That's why you're angry.
I watch him and Dee Dee have fun and there's no fucking drama, and I'm honestly fucking jealous. Like,
well, that's because you bring the drama. That's how he's able to hang out with her and no drama. That and Dee Dee knows when to keep her mouth shut. She's a bit more submissive in nature. You're not. That's why he prefers her company. You bring the drama. You bring the problems. You need the attention all the time. You just don't know how to chill and fucking mellow out.
Wishing they were me. People wishing they were me. You wish you were me. You know. That's why you fucking hate, because you're fucking jealous.
And that's your fallback, that word jealous. Everybody's jealous of Chantal. Everybody. You had an opposing opinion, you're jealous. Everybody's jealous of Chantal. That's what she makes herself believe. Oh, my life is so great, everybody must envy me, when she's over there full of envy. She doesn't even like herself.
Here's to you. Oh
no. And he could just sit there and like nothing.
I wonder if Dee Dee's a manipulation tactic. Because honestly, I desire him more. Like,
She only knows what is inside of her. Her mistake was thinking everyone was like her and treating him as such. She's revealing herself. No, no one is like you, Chantal. I will say you are in a class by yourself. What class that is, I cannot say, but it's not a good one. But not everybody's like you. Thank God. This is her tactic, and that's why she's threatened it constantly, and that's why there was Roman L. Roman and Tony and Mr. Coffee and Moto Guy and Dubai Guy, and the 20-year-old Moroccan guy, and yes, even Sala. It's why she couldn't wait to go to Tinder to meet someone new. It's why she wanted to go F someone new and send him a picture or more, but it goes deeper than that. Yeah, she's remember what I said. Chantal's got it. She has to. Her life is about exaggeration. Everything's got to be exaggerated. Just living a normal life is not good enough for Chantal. It has to be over the top. So if she's interested in a guy, she can't just have one guy she's talking to. It's got to be several. Like, she's so desirable. All these men are supposedly chasing her. And the amazing thing about Chantal is that she expects a guy to be completely devoted to her at the same time, like she's running around telling these guys that she's seeing several guys. So if you're seeing a guy and he is not your priority, then why is he going to make you into one?
that makes me want you even more. Another woman taking shirtless pictures of you? Don't worry, I'll have a lot of Jamaican vlogs.
Oh, here's the messages, but then there's like a video call for 10 minutes. So what are you doing in the video call for 10 fucking minutes? I feel like going on Tinder right now and fucking somebody and sending them the footage. That's how I feel like, what I feel like doing.
She didn't fall in love, but Natter did, and she knew it. She didn't love Natter. She loved what he did for her. Agreed. She loved the cooking and him being jealous of her and wanting her around all the time. Thing is, I don't think Natter was ever jealous of Chantal seeing a man. I think Natter was just possessive over her money. He didn't like the idea of another man benefiting from her money. He wanted to benefit from her money and only him. I think that's another reason why he didn't like Pete's. Pete was in the house and benefiting from Chantal's money. He didn't like it. He didn't like the money going another way besides him. She loved that he wanted to be better, her health and travel, take her to the gym. She even loved that he wanted her off drugs. She explained it by saying, he's so into me and he's so attentive. Everything she wanted, except no responsibility, and Natter demanded responsibility, but it goes deeper than that. Yeah, because Natter cared about her, I guess, but he was wanting things from her that would mean she'd have to take care of herself, and she's like a rebellious teenager. Don't tell me what to do. And that's another reason why Natter prefers Dee Dee's company, because Dee Dee isn't feral like Chantal. You know, she'll get up in the morning, she'll take a shower, she'll put on her makeup. Chantal runs around being completely feral, acting like worse than a wild animal, and she wonders why men don't want her company and don't want to claim her. That's because you're an embarrassment, Chantal. No man would be proud to be with you. And here's the irony, Chantal. You have standards for the men that you're with, but they're not standards that you will give to yourself. You want a guy who is good looking, takes care of themselves, they got a nice body, they live well, but yet you're not offering the same. And you won't be with a guy who is like you. I have yet to see you with a guy that is morbidly obese like you, filthy like you. You would never accept that, but you expect other people to not only accept it, but fall in love with it.
Like, how am I responsible for that? For how you feel? How am I responsible for how you feel? There's no normal. That's why I say normal. This is my normal. This is my normal.
The whole stupidity of this whole thing with Chantal and Natter. We're talking about two people that were never in love. They never truly loved each other. I think they just like the drama around each other. Like they're oil and water, these two, but yet they won't leave each other alone. But they never truly loved each other. The way they behave to each other has been atrocious. It's not the way the two people who love or even respect each other behave with one another or around each other. It was never about real love. It was always about power, control, manipulation, money. If Chantal were broken on the street right now, would Natter want her? No. No, he wouldn't. And recently, Natter, he's been acting cocky, showing people's pictures, still talking about Chantal. Why is he still talking about Chantal? It's not because he loves her, because he wants her to be part of his drama again so he can get views on his channel. Point blank, period. It's about money. But if Chantal didn't have her channel, didn't have her audience, wasn't making money, trust me, he wouldn't care.
Like, here's something on my reader thing, or see something.
Good to see you in your wedding gown, laying me. Maybe. He says not Chantal's husband. Yes.
Now I tell you no, I don't want you.
Natter, here's the deal. If you really love me and want to be with me, you have to prove it really well. So here's the deal. You have to go online, admit every single time you were abusive to me, and apologize.
But Chantal, you said earlier you exaggerated the claim, so what's there to admit? And I'm just going to put this out there. None of us were in the room when the two of you were interacting, so we don't know what could or could not have happened. But how do we know you weren't physically abusive to him? Like I said, I'm not taking up for Natter, but you do have an anger problem. And I can easily see seeing you getting physical. You've admitted to being emotionally abusive, verbally abusive. How do we know you weren't physically abusive? How do we know? If you want my opinion, I think the abuse went both ways. Chantal likes to paint half a picture, make it seem like he did it. I don't know what he did or did not do, but she likes to paint that half that picture, but she's never going to admit if she was abusive or what she did. My money is on she did stuff. She just ain't gonna admit it to the camera.
Admit that you love me. Admit that you will do everything to work towards being a better person and towards our relationship because you want a future with me.
See, all this stuff she's saying, why couldn't she say it on the phone? Why can't these two adult people have a conversation on the freaking phone? That's what they're made for. They're made for private conversations. Why does she have to do this on YouTube? You do not have a relationship on YouTube. You do not conduct your personal business on YouTube, Chantal.
And you want to have babies with me in the future and you want to make things right and become a better person, then maybe we'll talk.
We're single, Chantal. I need microphone.
Yeah! Sorry.
The infamous outhouse. Y'all remember the infamous outhouse? We remember the outhouse, don't we? Yeah. The outhouse, Chantal was so eager to go to that outhouse, and everybody pretty much figured out it was a drop-off point for party favors because she was just too excited in the world to go there. I mean, who gets excited over a freaking outhouse? Everybody's thinking it was a drop-off point for party favors.
Is this the... You like it? You don't like it? Oh, sorry. Go back to Egypt, you fucking refugee piece of shit.
Yeah.
You didn't even deserve...
Do you know who I'm talking about here? Somebody who beat the shit out of me on a regular basis.
Okay, I gotta stop her right there because I'm gonna bring something up. I remember when Chantal and Nada were seeing each other, when they were first seeing each other, this one would come home after seeing Nader and she would have bruises on her chest. And she wasn't trying to cover them up. She wasn't ashamed. She was proud of those bruises. Like, look, we had rough sex. You know, like she was so eager to crow to everybody about, oh, we had rough sex. Look at all these bruises. And then suddenly it went from rough sex to, oh, he's abusive. I don't think he abused you. I really don't. You want to know why I say that, Chantal? Because if somebody has been abusive to you, you are afraid of them. And you want nothing to do with them. You don't want to be near them. You don't even want to talk about them. But you kept going back over and over again. And you had absolutely no problem at all spending time with Nader, going to motel and hotel rooms, being alone with him. If he had been as abusive as you say, you would have been terrified to be in a room alone with him, but you never were. You kept going back. You kept going back. And there was no fear ever. And here's another thing, Chantal. With someone who is your abuser, you do not provoke them. And yet you kept shooting off your mouth and provoking them. Had the abuse been real, you would have felt the fear and you would have not wanted to provoke their anger nor their temper. And you did. You just kept going at them with no fear. So yeah, I'm calling bullshit on all your claims of abuse with him. I think you just painted that picture to get back at him in moments when you weren't getting your way, because that's just how vile you are.
Okay.
Don't know the whole relationship, going to the police station and like just doing the police report to begin with. Like I feel like my intentions weren't clean with it.
Yeah, your intentions were to smear him, get him in trouble. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the video from Knock Knock It's Karma. I'm going to leave a link in the description for the video, so please go over and give a like to the video because it was a really well put together video. I'm sure it took Knock Knock a good deal of time to put it together. So just go over there and say hi, leave a like, leave a comment for Knock Knock. And I want to thank everyone for watching today, and I hope everybody has a great day. Please stay warm out there, and I hope everyone has a great holiday. Take care now. Bye-bye.